We are back on Morning Line. Nick Barris along with Barbara McGinnis. It's good to have her on. We're talking elder law. If you have an elder law question, please join in the conversation. 737-7587. Got some lines open, Barbara.
Great.
Let's go. We'll go next to Stan. How about that? Stan, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys today?
Good. Good.
I have a question, and it's obviously a question or I wouldn't be calling, but I'm kind of stuck in a quandary, and I'll be as quick as I can so I can hang up and listen to the answer.
Okay.
But I'm 69, just turned 69, live by myself, and I got a slumlord, of course, who's wealthy. But the point of it is that the house is starting to fall apart, all these kind of different things. There could be health issues with mold and stuff. So I won't try to go into more details than that, but I think you understand where I'm coming from.
Right.
But I can't find another place. I live in Cheatham County, just on the other side of Dayton County. And you can't find any place I can afford. So is there anything I could do? I don't qualify for Section 8 for some reason, and et cetera. But I can't find a place that I can afford rent. And yet they know that I'm stuck in that, and I've been here for almost 12 years and never, ever have been late on rent and not paid it. So that's my kind of general questions, and I'm going to hang up so I can hear your answer, please.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
He's not a fixed income. We didn't get a chance to ask him how much he makes or how much he pays, but he's renting, I guess. So.
yeah. Obviously, the problem is he is a near elder. 69 is what I would call, you know, he's not really an older person, but everything that has to do with someone that happens to be of advanced age is not necessarily an elder law issue. So people call us all the time and, you know, they're 74 and they want to get a divorce. That's not necessarily elder law just because they're 74.
Right.
So I'm not necessarily a real estate expert, but there are good laws in Tennessee to protect renters. And in fact, they are very much, you might even say, slanted towards protecting the renter. And I think a call to legal aid would be good, or Tennessee Justice, that to find out exactly what is his recourse against his landlord to stay where he is, but to feel good about the environment that he's living in. So I think that's a good option. Also, you know, there may be more options. There's always more options when you get into a larger environment, like moving closer into Nashville. There may be better options for living than staying in Cheatham County.
What point can he determine at his age to maybe look into a nursing or assisted living facility, and how would he transition to that, and what does it mean? Because we all know Medicare does not pay for your nursing home care initially, I guess. At some point, does it kick in? How does that work?
Medicare does not pay for custodial care, for long-term care. Medicare pays for some skilled care that can be provided in a skilled nursing facility. Again, more based on illness, condition, function, not age.
I see, right.
Are we talking about living in a assisted living facility? Most of those are going to be not sliding scale based, but they're going to be based on the amenities or the services provided. So in the Middle Tennessee area, I'd say assisted living ranges from about $3,500 a month to maybe $7,000 or $8,000 or $9,000 a month.
Very expensive.
They can get very expensive.
Now keep in mind, that's everything more or less provided. You get 3 meals a day. There's care there should you need medicines provided at a certain level, and you have your own space and entertainment maybe provided, things like that. Okay, well, it's tough.
That's going to be a care decision before you're going to live in those sorts of environments.
And we didn't, like I said, get into it in terms of his resources. I don't know if he's collecting Social Security. He says he makes his rent all the time. I don't know if he
said he didn't qualify for the Section 8.
He didn't, so maybe he has some assets.
Again,
yeah, those are good suggestions for him about what to check on. But yeah, there may be more available closer in than out rural. But of course, you get into the city in terms of renting, good luck with that. It's expensive. Let's go to Deborah. Deborah, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Deb. How can we help you?
I lost my mom about My mama passed away August the 1st, 2013. And my family, they blame me. I said, I'm my mama's only girl.
Hold on, we lost you there. Can you talk into the phone directly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, so your family blames you for your mother's death?
Yes, sir.
How come?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. So, what's the problem now?
Well, my brother, he told me he's still been called nursing home.
Okay.
They won't tell me the truth. And I did have AARP life insurance, and he told me I don't have it no more. And I don't understand. If I'm going to sue, I can back to education. Somebody called adult protection service on me. Then my brother might be taking advantage of me.
All right. Were you able to catch what she said about? Okay, I missed some of that on the AARP. So is your question now? Are you worried about finding a place to live, or what's your question specifically?
I just want to get my brother to Banco nursing home, and what happened to my ARP, my picture.
Okay, so there's a question about the insurance through AARP. All right, and I couldn't make out everything you said, but all right. First of all, a lot of seniors obviously are on AARP. Some of your clients on that that you've seen that come through, and
as a supplemental insurance.
Yeah, as a supplemental insurance.
So if you have Medicare Part A and B, then you're going to want a supplemental insurance plan to pick up the co-pays, deductibles, to help you with the things that are left behind after Medicare and Part A and B will pay for what they're going to pay for. If you have an Advantage plan or a Medicare Part C plan, one of the advantages is that you do not need a supplement. So there may be a change in status from primary insurance from traditional Medicare to an Advantage plan, and then she no longer needed that supplemental insurance. You know, that's just a guess, I guess.
Or why she may have lost that, I don't
why she may have lost that coverage.
I'm wondering, do you have, and this may be off of what she was touching bases on, but we see a lot happening in Washington, D.C. with talk now as they move on to, be it tax reform or whether they take a look at Medicare and Medicaid. A lot of people are worried about whether or not some of their benefits will be cut or sliced down. We already know the Affordable Health Act, the changes may come down the road even though they haven't gotten through with that yet. Well, you guys have to pay attention to that. I'm sure people are freaked out about, well, what will some of these changes mean? Will it be better, which a lot of people hope for, or is it going to leave some of these folks without what they're expecting each month?
I think that the primary thought is that there would be benefit cuts. I really don't envision
money savings.
I don't envision any sort of enhancement of the programs to spend more dollars on that. As a matter of fact, when I was sitting in the parking lot waiting for it to be time to come in here, I was reading an article in from the New York Times that was talking about just that very thing, the why Congress is so focused on reducing these benefits, and it's just a demographic thing, it's supply and demand. The boomers, the people that are aging now and becoming potential users of Medicare and Medicaid as far as long-term care, not as a group, not great savers, did not save. We are living so much longer than we've anticipated, than was anticipated. So in the greatest segment of our demographics is growing is 80 to 100 and even 100 plus group. Those are the folks that's the population that's growing the fastest. Age group that's growing the fastest in our society. So even if we've saved well, we probably did not save enough to live 40 years on our retirement. So medical costs are increasing, caregivers are scarce, so costs of care are going up. It's just this perfect storm of expense, and for Congress and for the budget to stand a chance at survival, they are looking at cost-cutting benefits. Now, we've dodged a bullet again that they voted down any sort of reformation, but I would imagine we'll see it again and
It'll
again
come up
until
again. It's either that or tax increases, and no politician's going to be able to pass a tax increase. You know what's going to happen as we go to a break, as these changes do come about, as you say, we're seeing a larger growth of population of 100 years old. It may have already started, but the life expectancy for Americans is going to start going down. You're going to start dying sooner. It's just going to happen because as less and less people have access to medical care when things like this happen. Life expectancy is going to go down for the first time in decades in the most powerful country in the world. It's going to happen. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more of your calls in our final segment right after this. Sorry.